these diamonds were not mined. They were grown in a lab. Chemists can now simulate billions of years of natural growth in just under 10 weeks.
Diamonds are made of carbon, sapphires are made of corundum, which is an aluminium oxide, rubies are aluminium oxide with chromium. So once you know what things are made of, you can sort of work backwards.
While sales of natural diamonds on a global scale trended downward last year, the man-made diamond market is booming. Just in 2023, unit sales of lab-grown jewelry soared by 57.6%, accompanied by a substantial 37.2% surge in value. Pandora, a Danish jewelry brand, reported strong first-quarter sales this year. With the increase of like-for-like sales by 11% and organic growth of 18%, the company reported a notable uplift in customer demand.
So, customers buying lab-grown diamonds can enter for a variety of reasons. Maybe for them, the sustainability factor is important. Maybe it's the price-value equation, right? Understanding that they can get a very high level of quality at a price that's more affordable than diamonds that are drawn from the earth.
It's not just faster, it's also greener. Studies suggest a drastic reduction of up to 10 million times the carbon emissions compared to mined gems.
More recently, we've been able to work with both two diamond producers, one in America and one in the Cotswolds in the UK. And both of these utilizes a carbon dioxide capture technology that actually draws the carbon dioxide from the air and use that as a source to grow their diamonds. So effectively taking something negative and turning it into something positive. I think that's the beauty of what is possible in the world of lab-grown gemstones.
It's crystal clear that the lab-made diamond industry is becoming a more appealing choice for jewelry lovers every year. There's no doubt that these shiny alternatives are finding their place in the market. Sustainable and cheap, the future for these man-made gems look bright. Lara Kilicarslan, TRT World.
Let's bring in Remy Piet, a senior partner at Emberley Advisory. He joins us now from Miami. Thanks for being with us, Remy. Now, lab-grown diamonds have been gaining popularity for some time now, and we know the ethical advantages, but how do the economic benefits compare to those of natural mined diamonds?
Well, the economics are rapidly changing. I mean, as of today, the lab-made diamond are still a fairly complex process, very time-consuming, demanding very high level of pressure and temperature, so use of energy. Up to today, we still have a very difficult equation in terms of economics. But there's been some very strong progress, and actually last month, a publication in Nature showing that there could be a possibility of producing diamond much more faster within a matter of minutes, depending on the size of the diamond itself, and that would actually not even need to have an initial source of diamond to build it. So the economics of it and the capacity to replicate and to have this on a large scale will have a strong repercussion on the economics of the diamond industry.
Right, and how does this affect the traditional mining industry?
Well, you still have strong producing countries, especially Botswana, Namibia, a series of countries that have a strong reserve of diamonds, but those are very hard to harvest. Very deep often. Namibia does have offshore diamonds that are easier to harvest. And often we're also the case of a series of unsustainable practices, work of children or other initiative that was definitely not in line with the ESG protocol. There's been some strong improvement of the industry, but definitely it's still an industry which is very capital intensive and hard to find good quality diamonds. And the fact that we are soon going to be able to make diamonds in labs and in some way of reasonable and secure way in the near future, it much is like as for the pearl industry, for example, that had seen the same kind of a distortion on terms of technology with the Japanese lab-made pearls as opposed to the natural ones from the Gulf. We're going to see the same kind of trends in diamond industry fairly soon, yes.
And now, what kind of impact do these lab-grown diamonds have on the overall sustainability of the jewelry industry?
So, I mean, in terms of diamond, compared to the traditionally one, in terms of carbon emissions and especially such on Earth, obviously that's strong progress on this one. There's still a lot of different, processes and issues of sustainability in jewelry industry and other, commodities, but that are also being addressed step by step. In the gold sector, you have the responsible gold mining principles. You have a series of principles in terms of ESG principles, also for mining and metal industries that are linked to the jewelry sectors, and that shows a real concern from that sector to have much more sustainable practices and provide to their customers that are demanding good quality products, but also sustainably produced, some alternatives to the traditionally made jewelry.
Right, we'll have to leave it there. Remy Piet in Miami there. Thank you for your analysis.